As with many national security issues, it's difficult for most people to understand why they should care. Much of the language is hard to understand and rather dull to anyone but an insider. Listen to J Paul Haynes explain some of the potential impacts to our citizens from a cyber attack in language we can understand.
From a supply chain perspective, I think this is one that I see time and again. If you remember the meat crisis a couple of years ago, we got that customer after that happened. The extent of a supply chain disruption, like look at what happened with toilet paper and COVID, right? And you would have you could disrupt, because if you know how our food is, a lot of it's just in time from especially in the winter, all the fruits and vegetables and stuff from the south. That could be disrupted very easily, and there's multiple points where it could be disrupted. Taking power grids down, bricking financial systems. If you were to go after, something like our stock exchanges, which have extensive security controls, if you were to go after them, there's so much of our currency and settlement system. If you actually understand, we balance in Canada, it may be unique, but it's certainly very advanced. We balance to the penny every day across all financial institutions, stock market trades and everything. And anything that doesn't balance gets rolled back and resolved the next day. And they do not close the markets. There's a 45-minute period after end of trading where all the settlements have to get finalized. If it doesn't get settled, it's pulled out so it stays in balance. And so if you went after something that targeted that, and we couldn't close or balance, then you have open-ended books and you'd never ever be able to reconcile it. So it would create chaos. So I think we have versions that are terribly inconvenient to something worse, like drinking water. I don't know if you've heard the stat that they can't evacuate New York City before people start dying of thirst fast enough if all the water was cut off there.
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, that might be a little dated. That's like a 10-year-old stat, but I don't think they've done anything to change that. They have a big, huge pipe coming in, but if somehow that got disrupted or you couldn't get water, that people die of thirst in a shorter period of time than food. So that a motivated adversary could exert those kinds of actions against us, and it would be a degrading initially, but disrupting to as you go down their version of the kill chain. So it I think is real. We don't take it seriously enough. We don't have any sort of inducement. And if you look at, there's things that are coming though. It's interesting. If you look at why should I spend money on cybersecurity? It's just cost. There's no upside. If you get hacked and you're under 100 people, you have like a 1 in 3 chance of never recovering, and you'll get degraded or deprecated to some level. You may never get back to where you were, so you'll lose that. And the average breaches are, depending on what stat you use, between 3.5 and 5 million. So it's real money. If you suffer something like that, and you are in a supply chain, and you're upstream to Ford if you're in the automotive industry, or Loblaws if you're in food distribution, then you affect their business. And the way contracts are written now in supply chain contracts with just in time is if you cause a stoppage at your ultimate customer, you're going to pay for it. And like in the automotive industry, there's like 10 days of supply in the pipe. And if you're out of business because of a cyber incident, more than 10 days and you can't fulfill, then you're going to pay for every day that Ford can't put pickup trucks out, right? Or Loblaws can't put their stuff on the shelf. So this is the sort of impact.